If you've ever left a conversation with a woman feeling unsure, overthinking every word, wondering what you did wrong, this is for you. If you've been the guy who made her laugh, who stayed respectful, who tried to be genuine, and still ended up ignored, ghosted, or confused, then yes, this applies to you. Because flirting shouldn't leave you drained or doubting yourself. And yet, for a lot of men, it does. Why? Because some women don't flirt to connect. They flirt to control. They flirt to keep you interested without giving anything real back. They compliment you to gain leverage. They pull you in, then back away, just to see if you'll chase. And if you don't know how to read that, how to move smart in that energy, you'll end up playing a game you never agreed to. This video isn't about turning you into someone cold or manipulative. It's about teaching you how to stay clear, grounded, and powerful, while still being magnetic and open. Machiavelli didn't talk about dating, but he understood games of power, influence, and human psychology better than anyone. Today, we take his mindset and apply it to flirting. So you don't just protect your peace, you keep your power. Stick around until the end. I'm going to give you one shift that changes how women flirt with you forever. Let's get into it. Rule 1. Don't chase energy. That's inconsistent. Flirting should feel mutual, not like an emotional roller coaster. But here's where a lot of people fall into the trap. They meet someone who gives strong signals one day, then goes cold the next. And instead of stepping back, they lean in harder. You start analyzing their words, replaying their messages, wondering what you did wrong. You think if you just do more, send the right message, act chill, stay available, you'll win them back. But here's what Machiavelli would tell you. Never invest in someone who uses inconsistency to gain power. Because that's not flirting, that's baiting. When someone is hot and cold, they're not confused. They're controlling the dynamic. They want your attention, but not your clarity. They want your validation, but not your standards. If you reward that kind of behavior by chasing, you reinforce it. You become the one trying to earn something they're not offering with consistency. In flirting, the moment someone makes you feel uncertain too often, your job isn't to fix it. It's to observe it and distance yourself. Someone who respects you will flirt with consistency, not confusion. Rule 2. Don't reveal your feelings too fast. You meet someone you like. The connection feels strong. They're funny, cute, smart. You vibe well. And after a few great convos, you drop the line, "I really like you," or "You're different from the others," or worse, "I think I could see something serious with you." But here's the Machiavellian problem. The faster you express deep interest, the more leverage you give away, especially if they haven't shown the same level of investment yet. That doesn't mean you should lie or hide your truth. It means you shouldn't offer deep feelings before they're earned. Because once someone knows they have your heart, they can start playing with it. They might respond with silence. They might start pulling back. They might use your affection as a backup plan, knowing they can get your energy anytime. So instead of over-expressing, try under-delivering emotionally at first. Keep a little mystery. Respond with curiosity, not intensity. Show interest with presence, not pressure. You can still flirt. You can still be warm. But you don't need to hand over your whole emotional blueprint on day 3. People value what feels rare, not what's given too quickly. Rule 3. Don't confuse flirting with real investment. Someone jokes with you. They compliment you. They like your stories. They send late-night messages. You feel that buzz. The attention feels good. But attention is not investment. A lot of women flirt because they're bored, or because they want to feel wanted, or because they enjoy the game of seeing how far they can pull someone in. They say things like, "You're so different," or "I feel like we've known each other forever." But nothing actually moves forward. No clear plan, no consistent effort, no real step toward anything solid. And here's the danger. When you confuse flirting for genuine effort, you start building false expectations. You think they're serious just because the energy felt strong. But Machiavelli would remind you, never take words at face value. Watch the pattern. See how they behave when things don't go their way. Are they consistent when you set a boundary? Do they still show up when you stop initiating? Flirting is cheap. Consistency is expensive. Protect your heart until you see the difference. Rule 4. Don't let compliments control your standards. You're so mature. You're not like the others. You make me feel safe. You're exactly my type. Compliments like these feel great, especially early on. They make you feel seen, validated, chosen. But sometimes, they're not just compliments. They're tactics. Not always on purpose, but still effective. Because once you start craving that praise, your behavior shifts. You ignore red flags. You justify mixed signals. You make excuses for someone pulling away. And without realizing it, you start performing, not to connect, but to keep the compliments coming. That's where the danger lies. Flattery becomes a subtle form of control. You stop paying attention to how she moves and focus too much on how she makes you feel. But here's what Machiavelli would remind you. Real power means staying grounded, even in the face of flattery. A woman who genuinely respects you won't just say nice things. She'll show up with effort, consistency, and presence. So the next time someone flatters you early on, pause. Ask yourself, is this backed by action, or is it just noise to lower my guard? Because the moment you let compliments dictate your decisions, you stop leading the interaction and start reacting to it. Flirting is a game of perception. Don't be the guy who falls just because someone knew the right words to say. Rule 5. Don't flirt to be chosen. Flirt to see clearly. Most guys flirt like this. I hope she likes me. But the powerful ones, they flip the script. Do I actually like her? Does she move with respect? Does her energy match mine? Flirting is not a job interview. You're not here to impress. You're here to observe. So many men get manipulated in flirting because they're too focused on being chosen. They want approval. They want validation. They want attention. But when you operate from that mindset, you become blind to the warning signs. You miss the shifts in tone. You ignore the subtle disrespect. You stay longer than you should. Machiavelli would say, you can't see clearly if your ego is leading the interaction. The moment you stop flirting to be liked and start flirting to learn, your whole energy changes. You move slower. You speak with precision. You listen more than you perform. And just like that, the power flips. But you don't really learn this by theory. You learn it when it hits you in real life. So let me show you what this actually looks like in the situations most guys face every day. You meet a girl through friends. She flirts a lot in public, touches your arm, laughs at your jokes, but takes forever to reply to your texts. Don't double text. Don't complain. Just match her level of effort. That distance tells her you're not desperate. On social media like Insta or TikTok, she watches all your stories but never engages in DMs. Don't assume interest based on passive attention. Wait until effort matches visibility. For example, you like 1 or 2 of her photos and she does the same. Then you can start to engage in conversation. on dating apps like Tinder. The convo is great, but she cancels last minute twice in a row. Don't reschedule again. Let her show she actually wants to see you. These small responses, or lack of them, tell you everything, but only if you stop making excuses. If you only remember one thing from this video, let it be this. Because this shift alone can protect your energy, your time, and your confidence for the rest of your life. Flirting is a dance of energy. If you give too much too soon, you ruin the rhythm. If you move too fast, you trip over your own effort. You don't need to act cold. You don't need to manipulate. You just need to stay solid. Keep your energy sacred. Move with curiosity, not desperation. Watch how they respond when you stop chasing. That's when their true intent appears. Machiavelli said, "Men judge more with their eyes than with their minds." In flirting, people will show you what they want, if you're calm enough to see it. You want to stay powerful while flirting? Don't chase validation. Don't explain your worth. Don't try to be chosen. Flirt like someone who knows. If they don't see your value, someone else will. If this spoke to you, don't just keep it in your head. Write a comment, even just a few words. It helps you remember, and it might help someone else too. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this content, and share this with someone who, in your eyes, needs it right now. Just trust your instinct. We're all trying to get clearer, more solid inside. So let's build minds that don't break.